All right. We live. Little drive time with Pelikan Productions Studios. I'm Jesse. Thanks for tuning in. I actually tried this a little bit earlier, but I had some microphone issues, so I decided to take that one down. But I wanted to talk about these first 4 episodes of The Wheel of Time real quick. When I first started coming into season 3 here to watch The Wheel of Time, I was like, okay, this is all right. But by the time I got to the 4th episode, I was blown away at how good this 4th episode was. And I'm going to say that episode 4 of season 3 is the best episode of... Sorry about that. Season 4 was the best... season 3, episode 4 was the best episode of the whole Wheel of Time series. And it seems as if the pieces are being put back into place. Most of the characters that I love are being put in the right places. Now, I don't know what they're going to do about certain aspects of the story. For instance, Matt should be, spoiler alert, Matt should be with, there in the Aiel Waste with everybody else. He should be in Meridian. And this whole idea, I did, but as far as the way that they kind of buttoned up certain things about the Stone of Tyr, and going to Tanchico, this is exactly the type of stuff, and the way that they're depicting the characters. But by far the best scene, and we're going to talk about this again when I get together with Paul. You know how we do our What Is This segment. The best scene was with Matt and the quarterstaff. That was amazing, and I think that all you book readers out there really love that for sure. And I'm going to save all my gripes for when I get together and talk with Paul. But let's move on to some other things I wanted to talk about today, and that is the Pelikan Productions Studio and what we're doing there. I've been a virtual reality kind of aficionado since the very beginning. Back in the early days, I followed Palmer Luckey in his right at the start when he was just doing it he hadn't even made the deal yet. And then it was seen at one of these like tech shows, and John Carmack had seen the headset. That's when I first got into virtual reality, and John Carmack took what he had made then, that little headset that he had made, and was gonna do this first go, which was the developer kit 1, the first developer kit of the Oculus, and it was going to be wrapped up with a package of Doom 3. And John Carmack helped with a couple of, he was so impressed that he offered to package Doom 3 with it. But I think there were some issues with id Software and who knows what it was, copyright, something that was going on there. So we never got our Doom 3 VR with that first purchase of the developer kit 1. But that's like, we're talking a decade now that I've been doing this, been in the virtual reality space. And I bought the first Oculus Go, and I bought, I skipped over the developer kit 2, which had motion tracking. And then I finally got the Quest 2, but I was already using my Oculus Go as a interface for PC VR back then. As well as the DK1. And you want to talk about those are early days. I mean, you put in, if you wanted to show something your VR, show someone your VR, you had to come bring them into this layer, look like the Matrix, you know, make sure they didn't knock stuff down and everything. It wasn't like it is today where my Oculus 3S with this really great cushiony, lighter experience, better graphics, better processing power, and the games are starting to reach a AAA status. Batman is like the best standalone release I've seen so far. Really great. Arkham Asylum, in the same people who made those video games also made this for the headset, and it's wonderful. Right now, still, I think the king game is Half-Life Alyx. But my number 2 game now, which I'm just getting back into, is Elite Dangerous, and I've been an Elite Dangerous fan for a long time. I played the VR earlier, and it was just too, maybe like 5 years ago, and it was just too much aliasing for me to enjoy the experience. But now with the Quest 3 and virtual desktop and all of these great options we have, it looks really quite amazing. So it's a lot of fun to get back into that. And also, I would like to so I'm going to start showing some gameplay with Elite Dangerous, but I'm also going to go back because I own all of these games from all the years, and we're going to look at each one of them. We're going to look at the Oculus Go games that you can still download Oculus Go games and play them on any of the headsets, which there's some good stuff. And so we're going to go through each one of the titles that I bought and say, thumbs up or thumbs down on those titles. Some of the titles that I think there's a lot of overlooked things. For instance, Settlers of Catan. And there's this one where you go around and you can kind of link with other people and go and use a street view type of 360 experience. And let's say you wanted to show somebody places you've been, like at the top of Mount Fuji or something in Japan. You can go there in this particular app, I can't remember the name of it right now, and take your friends with you and say, look, this is where you go up, and this is where we stayed, and this is what it looks like from outside and stuff. It's really cool. So we're going to go through those apps, check out some of the experiences out there. I forgot to mention that one of the other better flight sim games out there would probably be Microsoft Simulator, but I'm not really into that as much as I am as the space sim. I would love to play Star Citizen in VR, but I haven't been able to get it to work. I know there's a workaround, so I'm probably, if you guys know, if anybody wants to contact me down in the description, let me know, and I'll link up with you. You can help me through the process of getting it working in VR. That'd be great. So that's one of the directions we're going with in the channel. And another direction that we're going to be doing is I'm going to get into a lot more of the reviewing from a live standpoint. So we're going to get other guests, go live with other people. It really takes a lot of the editing time out of the process. I'm not saying I'm not going to do highly edited videos in the future, but I want to do more lives because you know what? Hey, we make mistakes. People make mistakes. We don't always have to be perfect all the time. I want to connect more with people. I want to see what you guys are thinking out there. There's people all around the world that are looking at my videos, and I just want to say thank you for the last year for supporting and giving me all the thumbs up and all the comments. I really appreciate it. So yeah. So movies, video games, virtual reality, and some occasional political talk, or whatever it is I want to talk about. We're deep in, I'm also an Orthodox Christian, and we're deep into the Lenten season. I just want to say God bless to all of the Christians around the world celebrating Lent. as we approach the crucifixion and Easter Pascha season. God bless you all. And thanks for tuning in today to my first live that I've done in, I'd say, probably a year. You know, I've tried this before. I think I even deleted those. But I'll see you guys on the next one.